Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach. I just do what comes natural. 5-star, everything I see. Live lost, no apology. Take shots, no one can compete. I just do what comes natural.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Can We Talk Sports? We're here live on site today, Arisha.
Yes, we are.
At a beautiful volleyball facility that we're going to tell you all about. I am Karen. I consider myself as a community mom. I love all our kids in DeSoto, so I am a community mom. I'm also an entrepreneur, too.
And my name is Arisha. I'm a fashion designer, co-host, community mom as well. And I might get on the football field if I could. So, by the way, if you want to follow us on all our platforms, follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Can We Talk Sports. And if you want to be a guest on the show, make sure you email us at canwetalksports@gmail.com. And today we're going to have a host that Miss Karen is going to introduce to us soon. And we're going to get to talking about a little bit of volleyball and how this thing came about.
I think I might want to see if someone can help me serve or hit a ball, because I want to doesn't hurt your hand. So I'm just excited about doing something.
You don't use your hand to do that, Miss Karen. It's not the hand.
See, that's why. See, I was not a volleyball mom, so this is going to be totally new for me. So I'm just excited to be here, and I'm excited about our guest. He's going to teach us everything about it. Okay. So what did you have going on this weekend, girl?
Well, I had Pure Elegance Part 2, my fashion show. I showed some high-end fashion and just some stuff that I do so I could introduce, a little bit more about icy fashion. I mean, a lot of people do fashion shows and they have a few cut-up T-shirts, but we make it where you get some fabric from scratch, sew it, hand stone it, the whole 9 yards. And so this show was a little different than Part 1. I wanted to show the growth of my brand and that, that I've evolved and my clothes belong on Paris Fashion Week.
That's right. And I saw it, girl. And your outfit was amazing.
Thank you. I had my Mary J on a little bit. A little bronzy, a little razzle-dazzle.
So I'm so excited for you. I love everything about the show. I got a chance to attend, and the atmosphere was amazing. The people really enjoyed themselves. So I just love seeing I can't wait till the next one come out.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to top that one.
I don't know, but it'll be a minute. Like I said a while ago, I'm like Beyonce. I come out every 4 or 5 years.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's the event. I'm gonna do another one maybe, but I just really don't know when. You want to just have a lot of support there and do it in the right time. I competed with Dallas Cowboys that night, I think, and some Friday night football. In Texas, they're gonna choose football over your fashion show.
Speaking of Dallas Cowboys, I got the opportunity to go to First and Take and got a chance to take a picture with Stephen A. Smith, girl. And then Jerry Jones, that's my first time being that close to being there. And I was hollering, Jerry, you from Arkansas. Jerry, come on, Jerry, take a picture. And it was just amazing, the atmosphere. It was some crazy Cowboy fans out there. These people really love their Cowboys.
Mm-hmm. If I was there, me and Stephen A. would have had an argument. He'd be messing with my Cowboys. Leave them alone.
It was literally a fan that kept raising up his middle finger, and I had a picture of it. And I was like, it was like, woo, they was booing him, but it was all in
they
fun.
liked it. Yeah, I saw it on TV. It was funny. It looked like he enjoyed himself, though.
It was.
He really an undercover Cowboy fan. Right. Yeah, he really is. Stephen A., if you ever look at this, you a real Cowboy fan. Y'all was talking about how new.
He had his cowboy hat on and cigar.
Yeah.
And then Des Bryant was there. And I said, I know you
Yeah.
probably would have enjoyed being
Mhm.
able to see him.
Yeah.
He was named like one of the top
88.
5
Mhm.
players that played at Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
So it was really a really nice event.
Okay. Well, good.
So you guys, if you are a sponsor or a business owner, and you would like your product to be get more looks and stuff, reach out to us at Can We Talk Sports at gmail.com if you want to advertise, or if you have a story or something that you want somebody to know, reach out to us and we can take care of you at Can We Talk Sports at gmail.com. So I am about our guests.
Me too.
So I remember my son when he was probably 7th or 8th grade, and we heard of this coach and at Trinity, and we went to meet him, and I just fell in love with his talk. I'm just he was just encouraging. He had the right words, and I was just looking at his mouth, and I just fell in love with him. So I'm just excited to be here and bring on our guest today, Coach Clarence Nevels, right here in Great Southwest. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very
Welcome,
much.
Coach.
I'm excited
Welcome.
to be here. Seriously,
Welcome.
I love it. I'm so happy to have you guys in the building at the arena today.
Well, good. We're happy to be here. This is a nice facility, by the way, too.
It is,
Thank you
especially
very
in the
much.
Southwest. It is amazing.
Oh, we appreciate it. We're happy to have you guys here. I'm excited to see you doing what you're doing. I mean, I've known you guys for a long time, and I just think it's amazing that you guys are giving our platform for folks like myself to come in and talk about us or our journey or whatever it is that you guys. I answer anything. It don't matter to me. I'm just excited because I don't think that enough exposure is on the guys that are, I would say, influential in youth sports. They give awards all over the place, but I think it's great that you guys are taking the opportunity to give folks like those small guys like myself an opportunity to share the story.
That's amazing. So before we start, we play this game.
Yes.
Called Would You Rather. So my question is, let me get my paper out. I don't mind showing my paper, y'all.
Yeah.
But let me get my paper out. And so my question is, by you being a coach, would you rather have the best player on a losing team or the worst player on a winning team?
Oh,
you had that. You had to ask that one, huh? Ask again. Ask one more time. One more time.
Would you rather have the best player on a losing team or the worst player on a winning team?
Worst player on a winning team all day. All day.
Why is that?
Because I love winning. I hate losing. I love winning. And I think that at the end of the day, the best are the best, but somehow or another as a coach, you made a way for that team to win. So I'd rather motivate a kid and get that team to get everything out of them before I would take a great kid and just want to coach them into a losing situation.
Right.
Because coaching is coaching, right? That's our responsibility is to figure it out. So,
win.
The win.
So look, I'm coming with my question.
Okay.
And I had another question to start out with. It was going to be a goofy question, but I'm going to have a very personal question. Would you rather have a shorter strong side hitter or a taller strong side hitter?
You know what? I'm very partial to undersized. I love underdogs, though.
Okay.
I've always been like that in my entire career. So I will seek out an underdog before I would seek out somebody that they consider you're supposed to be X, Y, and Z. I'm an underdog fan, so I take the shorter kid.
Good answer. Smart guy. See my feet swinging over here.
So let's start out about with just telling us who you are and what exactly you do for those who don't know.
Yeah, so my name's Clarence Nevels. I'm the owner of 360 Elite Arena of Arlington, located right here off Cooper and 20, and love it. I'm also the club director for 360 Volleyball, which is now one of the fastest growing volleyball clubs in the North Texas region and in the country. We have 45 teams, which is,
awesome.
It's amazing to see the journey that this program has been on, but 45 teams. We also now just opened a small beer and wine bar here at the arena, 360 South, which is we've been super excited about, just to give our opportunity for our parents to kind of mingle and talk. And some of them sit at the bar and just do work or whatever the case may be. Some people thought, would you put something like that in a sports facility? I said, have you ever been to Dave & Buster's? Or you ever been? Said it's just an opportunity for people to socialize and to wait on their kids, and it does take the focus of the parent off the court, because we really like to let the coaches do their job and go hang out, go do something, so those kids can have an opportunity to learn from us, not learn from parents sitting in the stands. So the arena, volleyball, the bar, that's kind of what we do. And I've been around in sports for it's crazy, because I just turned 50 August the 24th.
Okay.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oh, man.
A Leo.
Yeah.
Virgo.
Virgo.
Oh, Virgo. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. July to starts Leo. My bad. I didn't mean to offend you. Let me see.
Yeah, but I mean, happy to just be able to have been doing it for now. Golly, man. I don't know. It's been 20 plus years, being in the industry of sports and helping people, and I love it. Like, I wouldn't want to do anything else in my life.
Right. Well, first of all, I just want to congratulate you to bring such a beautiful facility in the Southwest. Because most of the time our kids, we would have to travel north to find a nice facility. And so I just appreciate you bringing something here on this side of, what is it, the 20? On the side of the 20
or whatever,
for our kids to come. And I just love all the opportunities they would have coming here. And most time parents, they would come and drop their kids out, but now they can come inside and, like you said, work, bring a laptop and continue to work, plan out grocery lists or whatever. They can do that in a cool place. It's cool in here, so I just love that. But I'll ask you, because I remember you in football. How did you get to volleyball?
I get asked that question a lot. A lot of people come in and they're like, you're the guy, because I ran, some of the best camps and clinics and stuff across the United States and even internationally. So I started volleyball back in the, I'd say, mid 90s, with a good buddy of mine out of the Navy. I was in the U.S. Navy, shout out to the Navy.
Thanks for your service.
Life-changing opportunity and experience for me too. And my buddy was in this volleyball, and I'm like, man, I come from a football state. We don't do that volleyball stuff. And literally, I fell in love with it. In the mid 90s, I fell in love with it. I played. Volleyball in Cali is like life. They play. It's pickup. Like here, we play pickup basketball or whatever. There, they play all day and they sit around and wait, and then they play another game. And then if you can play, they'll call you, hey, you playing today? And I'm like, yeah. So it kind of became a thing when I got back to Texas. I went right back into football, and I gave volleyball no mind. I mean, I missed the sport, but I was like, Texas is football central. So I started some camps, clinics, and coaching and doing other things. And then my daughters were talking about volleyball, and I'm like, I said, I don't want to do like some of these others. I want to run it fast. I want to get out there and get it, And so my daughters were like, Daddy, you're going to coach us and train us. So I started training real little, They had little friends that wanted me to coach and train, and lo and behold, it turned into a team, and we started beating folks, and it was something special, and that's kind of how it spawned, But volleyball came from California for me.
Wow. Well, when you build, I know you build the facility and then a program and a team. What's the difference with building a team and building a program?
Oh man, that's a good question. Building a team. So I think as a coach, like, something has to be in you to first start that. And I think, first the kids got to trust you. You got to care about them first, because if you don't care, you can't coach, and that's just the truth, and some people coach for the wrong reasons.
That's true.
But I truly coach for the love of it. But building a team is something I think it's got to be inside of you, because people have to want to follow that. They got to want to, and kids have to want to, I call it bleed on the court for you, I think that's what building a team looks like, and then getting everybody as one unit to work together. That's something it's not an easy thing to do, and I see coaches struggle with that, because it's me versus, and coaching is a responsibility.
Exactly.
Right? And so, but building an organization and building a multi-team type of a deal, it's a whole nother animal. It's understanding, like
Yeah.
legitimate understanding. Like if I reacted to everything that came into this building, because there's parents that are going to be,
Yeah.
that go, just, and really, and honestly, most people want to be heard. So I listen. And I became a really good listener over time. If you would have told me that in my early 20s, I probably wasn't the best listener.
Yeah.
But now, as you grow a program and you really care about people, you realize that their most important possession is their children.
Yeah.
So you have to listen. So I do try to listen and try to understand, and then uh, and then trying to offer them something that most people aren't doing here, and that's opportunities to go play after they leave here. So
Yeah.
building an organization for me, I had a goal for the kids that came here. So I think if you invest your money here, then I'm going to help you
That's
and
right.
help you go have an opportunity to go play in college. And that's
Yeah.
what the program is all about.
That's
It's a college
good.
preparatory program.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's good. So I know you've been around, like you were saying, 20 plus years. You've been around youth and parents. Can you give some insight on what do you think that is, what are we missing when it comes to parents and kids in sports as it relates to what happened here prior a week ago about this coach that happened to get shot in front of our kids? I mean,
Yeah.
what are we as parents, what are we missing? What's
Yeah.
missing?
And it's personal for us too, because the daughter as plays on my daughter's team here.
Mhm.
Isn't that something? And
Oh,
I actually got the
wow.
phone call early about it. The coach that coaches her called me and said, "Did you hear? Did you hear?" And she's very upset about it. And not to mention any names. And I was like, "Who's dad?" And I was like, "You
Yeah.
got to be kidding me." And she goes, "Yeah." And legitimately had just seen them. Some weeks ago, because they were continuing to have practices, and couldn't believe it. But I think that incidents like that, like what I've seen and what really has bothered me over time, is there's so many, and that they don't have this situation, but single parent situations where a lot of times the young men and are not getting guided, the way that
Yeah.
they need. They don't have,
Mhm.
as many fathers in the home. But unfortunately, this one had mother, father, children, and
Yeah.
everything. But I think that a lot of times it's just, I mean, from what I've seen in sports, people are reacting on emotions versus processing it before they
It's true.
react. And it's like, you look up and you go, man, like, what are we thinking? And but I think that restraint is something that's very difficult for most people,
Yeah.
because every man has his threshold for tolerance for whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
But something inside of us will tell us, because we all have that right and wrong. And
Yeah.
I just think that, I mean, maybe, we stick to that, teaching the right and wrongs, and continue to, because there's parents here in the program that when they know their kid is wrong, they're going to back the kid.
Right.
And you're like,
Instead of, yeah.
you
Right.
backing, like if you say it's green and the kid's saying it's orange and it's green, well, then it's green, and you then it's green, and stick with that. And I
They,
think that's missed in,
yeah.
in our society today, is being real with these kids
Being
and telling them
correct.
and making sure that they know when they're wrong. And a lot of parents have that problem.
Yeah.
Another reason why we like this facility is we got some rain. So you guys may hear the rain that's going on, but because we're in the inside, we are
Yeah.
covered.
And we need it in Texas.
We
Exactly.
We've been
did.
dry as a bone for a while.
Yes,
So,
we-
one of the things I wanted to ask, because you were on that subject, is how is it working with like the volleyball, the girls in volleyball versus the boys in football?
Man, so what I did with volleyball is I brought Clarence Nevels to volleyball, which I don't think there was a lot of the Clarences in that volleyball world. Meaning, uh, I know there's a genuine uniqueness to what I bring to the table as a coach. Not only just knowledge, but the energy and the intensity, because it's intense. Maybe hopefully we can get an opportunity to get you guys out when the volleyball is happening in
Yeah.
here, so y'all can actually see what goes on in this building. A lot of people that come here go, man, the energy in this building is
Really?
crazy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've gotten entire teams to come over here just because they said that, like, when they walked in they didn't know, but when they came in they go, now I understand why and how you've been building these amazing
Yeah.
teams, because it's you, it's the energy, it's the coaching, the coaches that you bring in, because I weed them out. But I would say that it's boys sports and girls sports, the difference. Um, When I have when I came into girl sports and I have done what I do with sports and energy and all that stuff, it just really, I felt like it was needed. Like
Yeah.
literally, I think that it just kind of, you would come to a tournament, which you'll find that there's hundreds of teams at a tournament, right?
Yeah.
And people were drawn to our court. You would see parents and stuff lined around our court. Obviously, you got to be winning to do that, but
Yeah, yeah,
you'd have
yeah.
them lined around the court, and they were like, "His energy is crazy."
Wow.
But the girls were responding to that energy. Now, you can't coach a girl like you coach a boy.
Right.
When you cannot, you can tell a boy something that motivates him like that, and you try to say the same thing to a girl, and
Might break it down.
body shaming us. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean? You gotta,
Yeah.
It's just they respond differently. So I had to adapt because I did try to do some things that I do with boys. Like, you can come in the morning with a motivational speech with a girl, and it's early in the morning, and she's not hearing that. She's like, "Coach, I'll be ready in a minute." They lace the shoes up and then they go play. A boy, once you start that thing with a dude, he's dialed in, and they like feeding off of it. And the girls don't work like that. They just, not all of them. Some of them do, but I would say the majority.
Right.
And you can motivate all you want. She got to wake up first.
Pull her hair back.
And then she like, "Now I'm ready. Come on." So it's different. Yeah, boys and girls are very different, but they want the same thing. Especially when and that's why I recruit the way I recruit. I recruit the type of players that I want to coach.
Yeah.
And I want here to, and I weed them out as best I can. You can't get them all, but just try to weed them out and find out who want it and who don't.
Right.
Wow. I know a while back you were over the Nike Youth Coach of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So you must have saw a lot of resumes of coaches. So kind of just tell us, what is truly the responsibility of a coach?
Oh, that's a good question too. So, and that's true, thousands of resumes. And it's one of the things that was very unique with the Coach of the Year program, which obviously it was a national program and it was amazing. And I would have loved to, to kept doing that thing, but it's a lot of responsibility. I mean, when you're doing a national program, one of the unique things is it's every coach that was really getting nominated, they were more than just a coach. It was more than about X's and O's. It was more than this. Does he win? Does he do this? Mm-hmm. They all had a story about what that coach did for them outside of football. Mm-hmm. Like, he's like my dad, or he's like my this, or she. Mm-hmm. I don't want to just say men, because there's women coaches as well.
Right.
And they did something different, and it's like they cared about me, or whatever the case may be. And it wasn't just monetary things. It was just, and most of it was time, because you got to realize some of these kids don't have father figures or mother figures that are invested on a daily basis.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, because work, I mean, sometimes it's just life, right? Because you can't blame everything on that, but it's because some people are still chasing a dream. But most of the parents that I've seen be successful with it have really found a way to be dedicated to the kid, and I think that's important. So I saw that most of the resumes and most of the recommendations that came in were all about a coach that did something more than just coach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
So from in light of, youth sports, do you think that we have gone too far? You have the travel teams, your league team. We didn't used to have travel football, but now you have that. You have the kids that are getting their championship rings and all that kind of stuff. Do you think that we're taking youth sports like too far, too soon, or it's just the way the world is going?
You know what? And it's really sad to say, and I'm torn, but I say yes and no. The yes is that I would say let a 9-year-old, 8-year-old, 7-year-old be a kid. Let them play for the love of the sport. I have a son now, Clarence, third, C3, that I let him be Clarence, and I just have to mentally condition him. I talk to him, and I know when to engage. Like, I ask a leading question to find out about the day, and maybe he just played. I ask that kind of stuff, but I just think that he just needs to be a kid for now. And I know that there's a point in time where he got to dial in, he got to get it, core strength, blah, 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 and all that kind of stuff. But in truth, I think that they've taken it a little too far, because they're talking about scholarships at 8 and 9, and there's nothing wrong with it, having a dream and dreaming and all those kinds of things. But I think we just don't want to lose the innocence of what it's all about. Let them, they'll show you when they're ready, like, for example, with your children, you got competitive kids, and they let you know early on that I want to compete, I want to be the best. And so you nurture that. But if you got a kid that's still on the fence, let them love it. And I think that, the rings and all that kind of stuff, I mean, you want to reward them, but, there's people are torn between, second place and third place and all that kind of stuff. I look at sports. Are you happy?
Exactly.
Are you happy? I ask my son sometimes in the match, say, how you feel? I said, is he happy? Yeah. I don't think I did my best, but you're happy. Yeah, I'm happy that I'm happy, So if that's the case, then I'm good, And I say, because we live to go try it again tomorrow, we blah, blah, win or lose. And so I think sometimes that support and the lack of pressure is created into he's a really good athlete. And I think that's what happens. But trying to find that balance, because I've seen some that have pushed their kids to greatness. You can hear about the success stories, right?
Yeah.
But
I've seen it.
Look at it, how rare is it?
Yeah.
That's a small
like the
percentage
Serena
of
and Venus
people with
story.
that story. With the dad threw all his trophies away or whatever. I don't know those stories, but threw his trophies away. Every time he got it, he's like he wanted more. But how many Shaqs are there?
Right.
Man,
One. Right. That's true.
So I do think that, sometimes I think they're taking it too far, and I wish that there was more platforms like this, talking about this kind of stuff. So maybe somebody could hear it and they go, maybe I'm
doing that. Yeah.
And some people will hear this and still say, I don't care. I'm gonna still do this, and that, and hope. But you just never know. If it reaches one person, I think it's all worth it.
Yeah. And even with that, what you said, like, for example, I have athletic kids and I come from an athletic family and an athletic town. They named the movie Friday Night Lights behind, from it. So we that was like instilled in you. But even with mine, my dad didn't let us quit. I noticed even when I got to the city, there were kids that would have temper tantrums and quit. And it was foreign to me.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad always said, if you make somebody's team, that means you were good enough to be on their team. You don't like it, you don't have to play next year, but you're not going to quit. So I brought that down to my kids. Don't start this right here if you're going to quit. And then when you do it, you're going to give it your all. You're not going to make a fool of, And so with my son, even my youngest son, he was so little and he was fast, but we did summer track. And so I remember me and his coach, Coach Carter, he said, do you want to play or you waste your mama? I mean, you want to run or waste your mama money? He say, I don't know. I think this when the internet was coming out. I don't know. I think I just want to stay home and play the internet all day. Thank you, good. Because that's when Quill and my other daughter was. And then all of a sudden he get to the end of but he was around it.
Mm-hmm.
So we get down to regional association. He seen all his play big brothers and everybody. All of a sudden at the end, hey, I want to run track. It's too late, but you can run next year. He got out there and he was one of the fastest kids in his group because he was around all of those. But I do think that I just wanted to make sure he found what it was he liked to do.
Yeah.
I think that I never pushed my kids to do anything, but I always told them, if you ain't doing sports and you want to stop, I had a daughter who wanted to stop track after all that hard work and training. Okay, well, either you're going to, if you don't want to run, that's fine, but you're going to be in church every Wednesday.
Love it.
And you're going to, maybe, she was too young to get a little job. I said, so you're going to do something. You're not going to sit around here. I said, so you don't have to run track.
Yeah.
But you're going to church every Wednesday. The X amount of day. I looked up, she was with them spikes. We love church, but I don't think she was ready to be getting to church every Wednesday. You going somewhere. You wasn't going to be somebody just figuring it out on the internet, wanting to turn into this Instagram person. And that hadn't even really hit yet, but it was getting there. So I think that it is important to, even as a parent of an athlete, of athletic kids, that's how a lot of parents need to learn. You do have to let them find what they love, but you also can't let them be lazy either. Yeah. You have to tell them, give something a try, if that ain't, if sports ain't their thing, good, it's somewhere else, but you got to do something productive.
I love that you said that. And even when you talked about quitting and all those kinds of things, that stuff is important.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you quit now, you will quit in life.
And
it is guaranteed. I see it. It's, volleyball, because it's such a huge investment, let's be honest, financial investment that it is you get more of the staying power, going on or whatever, because they've invested so much
Money,
into it and
yeah.
everything else. And because the roster numbers are very low,
Yeah.
Maximum roster is 12. That's max, on a volleyball team, and typically run between 10 and 11 on average. And
Yeah.
with that, if you have one player missing, it can defeat the whole entire team.
Yeah.
But every now and then you'll get somebody that'll quit for whatever reason, because it typically in volleyball is playing time.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not playing as much, but as a program, we do evaluation kind of stuff to try to, to let kids know where they stand so that they know what they have to work for. And if you don't want to work for that, then that's on you.
Yeah.
So the quitting thing, man, it's a trip. I don't understand it, because
Right.
it wasn't. I don't think my mom really didn't have to push it to me.
Yeah.
I was just bred into me. I
Yeah.
don't. It's just I didn't believe in it. I didn't know anything else, but so. But I think that's important to bring up too. That quitting thing is just something.
Yeah.
And you'll see them later on in life. And I think if they're not actively doing something,
Yeah, you gotta
they're gonna
find
be
somebody.
actively doing
No,
something.
yeah, something else.
or
Yep.
Right.
Nothing but something.
And
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
I've seen it, and 90% of the girls that I've seen, and just saying girls, is that they have regrets. And I go, I hate that you feel that way. Yeah, coach, I should have never stopped. And especially the family atmosphere, and that's most young youth programs. Hopefully, they create that family
That
atmosphere.
makes it. Yeah.
Where they can bring families together and people together. They do more than just sports, because we just show up and play. Those, for me, are what we call transactions.
Mhm.
I'd rather build relationships. Transactions is, this is you pay, you leave, and a relationship, I care about what happens to you after you pay.
Yeah.
That's the difference in what I've tried to create here with this program, is like, that I care, because I'm going to help you to the end.
Yeah.
And even when you're in college, if you go to our Instagram, the 360 Volleyball Instagram, you'll see that it's in Facebook as well. I highlight the college players, undersized kids, because here we don't care. Our top 18s team had, the vast majority of the team was under 6 foot. It didn't matter to me, because I was more about substance than anything else. And that's another reason why girls were attracted here, is because they knew we cared about them collegiately, and size was not a factor for us, and it may be that for other programs. I won't say all programs, but it does play a big part in some programs in the decision making, because they need a girl to go to Baylor or Texas Tech, and how many colleges out there? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why we created our Hall of Champions. I'm sure we'll have some pictures or images of that too. But and that's to showcase the girls that have left and went on to these great colleges out of this program. So,
I like how you continue to explain the difference between a program and a team. You talked about the connect. After you collected the money, you care about them.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what it takes to build a great program. But let me ask you this, and I just forgot it. But anyway, what does it take to even become a good volleyball player? I mean, can anybody become a volleyball player?
Absolutely. Balance. So volleyball is it's the first and foremost, I truly believe in my heart. I've played all sports, to some degree, golf included, and it is the ultimate team sport. I mean that to say, because without a pass and a set, there is no kill. Like everything has to work together. And defensively, it's kind of the same kind of concept. Pass, it has to work together. And it's ultimate team sport. You can have somebody take over a basketball game. I've seen it. You know what I mean? You can track as an individual type of thing. But volleyball, ultimate. Like if there's no pass or you're inconsistent with it or whatever, it is not going to work. And so it's a trip.
And communication.
Yeah. See, that's a volleyball player talking.
See, I don't know none of that, because I don't even understand how y'all be rotating. The kids go around, then one go back out and they come back in. I don't understand any
Because she might not be strong in the back, so we get you in the back roll over with. She may not be a strong front person, so that rotates the next person in.
I just know the tall people are in the front. That's all I know.
Uh-oh.
No, you can be little and still be just as strong as the tall. Sometimes those little ones teach the tall girls.
You ain't never lying.
But sometimes you got a tall girl that can dig, but the difference is that you lower to the ground. It's kind of more convenient for the smaller girl. 'cause she
Oh,
already
that's the
low.
one that be sliding on the
Yeah,
floor.
all of them supposed to slide on. All of them supposed to slide on the floor,
Yeah,
but
trip.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Miss Karen trying to butter it down.
Yeah.
No,
I'm trying to help
everybody
you
better
show
hit the
it.
floor.
yeah.
No matter how tall you are, you know you got to hit that floor.
But it's truly a skill sport.
Mhm.
Balance and coordination is super big
Mhm.
in volleyball. Balance and coordination. So there's some things that you can teach. Some kids come in with it. Some
Mhm.
kids don't. But anybody, like with Counts Square, anybody can play this sport. Like
Yeah.
anybody. We start from ages of basically like 6, 7, years old,
Mhm.
and we want to start them early. And that's something that's been really great for us is that we're starting to get an influx of those kids. So we used to be really heavy in the older age divisions, like 15, 16, 17, 18s, because everybody was looking for an opportunity to go to college.
Yeah.
But now we want
Start
to
them
develop them
younger.
at a younger age. So
Yeah.
now we have 10s and 11s and 12s that are like tops in our region
Yeah.
and rankings and stuff like that, which is important to people.
Mhm.
We care about college scholarships and stuff, but
Yeah.
they care about rankings here. But it's anybody can play. Anybody. It don't even matter who it is. They can all play.
It's great. Well, I have really, really enjoyed sitting here with you because I can't wait to get to a ball and you show me how to serve. But is there anything else that you would like for the parents to know about you or about this facility?
And how to get in
Yeah,
touch with you.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say, when you guys are out there searching and choosing a program, it has to, you got to feel it. I think you just don't want to be another body walking
Yeah.
in, because those what we call transactions. I think truly, you know, go to different clubs and just get a good feel for it, and don't just go because friends go
Yeah.
or whatever. Because I told a kid the other day, I said, when you sign your scholarship, you're gonna be by yourself.
That's
Colleges
right.
don't recruit
That's a
teams;
good
they
point.
recruit players.
There you go. That's
And
a
that's
good point.
a valuable thing for anybody, because they go, well, her friends play there, and I'm going. It may not be the right thing for her. So
Exactly.
give your kid an opportunity, because you just never know. And that's one of the things about running a program is that I want people to just come in the gym. If you get your butt in this gym, 9 times out of 10, I feel confident that you won't leave. Because it's just we're very detailed, and it's just that good, and the coaches are great, and we take care of our business. We don't play around.
All right, you guys, stay tuned. Me and Arisha gonna hit some balls.
Oh Lord. In some sandals. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm excited. I get to teach you volleyball. First thing I think, so passing and serving is huge. Like if you can serve and you can pass, you can win almost any volleyball match. Now there's a lot of X's and O's in between that, but serving. So serving is
Let's give her an example, Coach.
Yeah.
This is
So-
passing.
Yes. So she has her arms out. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna toss.
Hold
them
on,
all.
let me just take the shoes
Yeah.
out. Okay.
They're
good.
expensive shoes at that. And if I toss, that's passing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's all you want to do is making good contact.
Is that hurt?
No, you hit right there. You have to keep my
Yeah, you can try.
shoulders.
Put your arms out for me.
That's why I said
And
it
I'm
ain't
gonna
your
teach you a
hand.
simple way. All right. So I want to show you. So let's go palm and palm like this. Let's go overlap, just palm and palm here. Now, what I want you to do is put your palms together, or hand in hand, but then punch your palms together like this. Close it up. Good, nice. But you're gonna keep this like a bow, and you're gonna press like a sandwich. Overlap it there. Good. Now put that together, and then this is like meat, bread, and squeeze.
There you go.
It's gonna look like
Okay,
this.
okay.
Good. Now make sure your arms are straight. Excellent. Lean forward. There you go. Spread your feet apart a little bit.
Bend your knees a little bit. There you go.
Good. Now, what I'm going to do for you is to make it easy. I'm going to pull your hands back, and what you're going to do is throw your hands. Don't pop up.
Yeah.
Just throw your hands forward. So in essence, you're going to feel like you're pushing it back to me. So keep your arms straight, and then as ball comes, look at it and just push back to me, and just push it. Good. Almost.
Yeah, just
Good contact. So you're going to push. Ready? And push.
Goodbye. There you go.
And push.
Because some people be doing this thinking that that's what you do, but you just kind of, yeah.
Passing is about making good contact.
You did good.
I like that.
Okay, Miss Karen.
And in 3 tries. That's crazy to me.
Because people don't get that.
At 35.
Not at 35.
So serving is the same thing. We're going to open hand, and it's going to be very simple. So there's more to it, but we're going to make good contact. But when you make contact, I want you to make contact with the center of your hand area. So it's like more of a center of the ball, good contact. Okay, but open your hand up. Good.
Open
nice
it.
and wide.
There you go.
Open. Good. So when you do it, we're gonna go from elbow to wrist. So you're gonna open up slightly, and when you get like this, you're gonna punch out. No fingers down. You're gonna punch right with your palm. So you're gonna punch. No fingers go down. So when you punch, keep that hand open. So you take the ball to target. Punch. Punch. So we're gonna go into the net, make it easy. So
Okay.
right here. All you're gonna do is you're gonna punch. So you take your hand to the ball. So you're gonna toss with this hand. So since you're right-handed, right? I love it. So you're gonna take your right hand right here. You're gonna start right below your chest line. You're gonna actually lift the ball, and then from there you're gonna lift and you're gonna punch. Lift and punch. And make sure you go right into the center of the ball. You're gonna toss it up, punch it.
Okay. And square your shoulders up.
Yeah, good. Let's do it again. So this time. So your window for contact is up here. So what you're gonna do is lift it up. So you're gonna lift it up, contact. Good. So down low, below your chest line, and then put this arm. So I love it.
Look at that arm back there. That arm back there like she ready. She ready, boy.
And then you're gonna toss. So bring that foot back a little bit. There you go. Right here, because you're gonna step. So you're gonna toss, step, contact. Okay. Ready? Toss. Eyes on the ball. Toss, step. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay. One more time.
There you go back with that hand again.
Right. So now when you serve, you want to serve down. You want to serve flat. So make sure you toss the ball. This is your window, right? So toss here and then go flat. Now you gotta make your way go forward. You're gonna go forward. Step.
You gotta throw that mug. She ain't throwing it up high enough. Huh? You were supposed to be doing it over the net. Oh my God!
Come on, let's get it.
Oh my God! Look, I'm nervous because the coach is out there.
Because coach here now. And yes! I love it.
Look! Come on, you gotta play Pepper too now.
Yeah, I know, for real. All right. Yes, ma'am. Oh yeah.
Oh Lord, I was just trying to give it back. You can't hit it twice.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm gonna hit the camera.
Yeah, you're gonna pass it to him. There you go. Now pass. Yes.
You gotta hit. Look, coach. Look, you're playing one-on-one. Look, coach, you gotta help him.
No, you gonna pass. You passed that pretty good.
Sure did.
Yes.
You're doing good, Miss Karen.
Yeah, That's 1-1.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
You actually doing good.
That's a technique too.
Miss Karen's so goofy.
Oh my God, it's 2-1. It's 2-1. There it is.
Oh, you did the wrong thing.
Yeah, you saw it.
Oh shoot,
All
sorry.
right, it's 3-2. 3-2.
You want to serve it?
You got served now.
Yeah, because I missed.
Let's see. It's game to 5. We got to get that. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Close. There you go. Get it over. And
Oh, you got
3-3. 3-3.
Let me come up. I thought you was gonna.
Yes. Yes.
You tried to make it shorter.
Let's see. 4-3. 4-3.
I had to adjust.
Yeah,
That's called adjusting after the play, ain't it? Ain't that what they call it? Yeah.
It's game point.
This server serves short, so I gotta adjust.
Yeah. It's her point. You got served.
Oh yeah. My bad.
It's game point. You need to side out. It's called side out. So you need to side out. That means when the ball comes, you need to get it back over. Yeah.
I ain't gonna hit you with the fire serve. I'm just gonna keep
Give it a
on.
love.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh shoot. That's game point. I actually just won.
That's game.
I just won.
Yeah, now y'all. So watch this. This is how you end. Now you shit gonna come right here. And y'all gonna shake hands like this. You gonna tell a good game, good game.
Good game. Good game. You so silly. Exactly. Ain't she goofy?
Yeah. Okay.
Coach, you don't want to play Pepper with me for just like 2 minutes? Come on. Get us on camera playing Pepper. Just like a few little reps.
Yeah.
Who ain't gonna hit nothing? Oh.
There's your pass. Good. There's your set. Good.
Oh shoot, my bad.
Good pass. Good. Set. There it is. Good. I got it. Nice.
Got it. Oh, come on, let's go another round.
Whoa.
Okay.
I got you. Go. Good. Yes!
I was trying to get up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got you. Up there it is. There it is. Yeah.
got it.
Yeah. Up. You can tell she played for real.
I love volleyball.
I love it.
Exactly. Look, I still got energy from the 5 a.m. workout this morning. Wow. So I really enjoyed talking to Coach Neville. So everybody knows what time it is now. It's time to talk to Big Mama.
Yes.
I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
I can't wait to hear her clown, y'all. Stay tuned for Big Mama.
What you want? What you need?
Get out of order with this rolling. Your ass is mine.
Every little thing you want. Every little thing you need. Keep it all for yourself, my love, cause it really don't matter to me.
Hey, baby, my name is Calderoni Baker. Some people call me Big Mama, but as you can see, I ain't Big Mama, all right? I ain't 90 years old. I ain't about to clock out. My favorite football team is the team that won last Sunday, baby. That's how I roll. Amen? Because we do things decent and in order. Hey, baby, Big Mama Rona is back with another great question. This one is a doozy, baby. I've gotten this question many times over the years, and it simply says, Big Mama Rona, my kid is afford these outrageous fees to be playing on every weekend in the off season. I want my daughter to get exposure. She wants to be playing in all these tournaments and events, but candidly, Big Mama, we cannot afford to pay $5,000 over the course of the off season. Let's say from April to August. We cannot do it. What should I do? Baby, let me say, first of all, thank you for sending this question in, because there's a lot of parents out there just like you trying to figure out how to get their kids seen and also balance the need to take care of the household. You're not going to like my answer very much, but I'm going to tell you something. I told parents this every time they ask me. I've told them the same thing. My answer has never wavered. It's never changed. Mama Roni been around sports for a long time, baby. My grandkids play. I've had my folks asking me the same things, and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told my folks, and they didn't like it either. Your baby, if she is indeed, or he is indeed, or they are indeed the best player on their team, coaches already know it, baby. They already know it. They watching her school progress. And you can't tell parents that, because parents have gotten caught up in it. Now parents want to be seen at the game. Parents want to be seen at the game. They're too scared to take their kid out of certain tournaments if they can't afford it, because everybody gonna be there. Let me tell you something, baby. I personally know hundreds of coaches in every sports. And these coaches sitting back laughing at how big this off-season ball has gotten. They sitting back laughing, saying, these folks think that we watching these kids on these clubs here. We got to be sitting on the sideline for the kids that we are watching so they know we came to watch them play. These coaches also said it is a rarity. Sometimes it happens that they spot a kid that ain't already on their radar at a summer league game, at an AAU game, at an elite EYBL, whatever y'all calling it. They said it is a rarity. Sometimes they find that diamond in the rough in the offseason. But for the most part, these coaches have had these players on their radar since they was in the 6th grade, baby. So I said all that to say, you jumping through all these hoops trying to make sure your babies get seen at these tournaments every single weekend. I'm going to talk about what that's doing to their bodies in another video. But right now, you're worried about your baby being seen. If she is indeed the best on her team, coaches already know. Now you feeling pressure to put her in all this stuff to make sure she get to do what everybody else is doing. I want you to think about the precedence that you setting by letting your daughter make you believe that she got to be in every single tournament during the summer and off season. It don't take all that, baby. It don't take all that. But to answer your question, you and your daughter should sit down. This is your call to action. You and your son, you and your athlete, sit down and let's talk about the realities of what needs to happen, the plan, the strategy for them to get seen. And stop throwing these kids in all these tournaments and all these events just because everybody else did. My mama used to say, I ain't everybody else's mama. And you and me gonna do what we think is best for you. That's what my mama used to say. All right. Thank you for that question. That was a doozy. That was an amazing question, baby. And I appreciate you sending it in. All right, Big Mama gonna get on out of here and we'll see y'all next time.
Oh my goodness, Big Mama, she's so crazy, bitch. You just never know what she's gonna talk about. So that's been great.
Yeah, I enjoy Big Mama.
So you guys stay tuned for our next show, but don't forget to like and share and comment and tell somebody about Can We Talk Sports
and subscribe.
That's right, and we'll see you guys next week
on Can We Talk Sports.
Can We Talk Sports? Bye.
Bye.
My program as a leader, it's never about me. It's about me.
So, I just want to start with soccer because soccer is not necessarily, I'm looking for black sports. And so, how do we get our kids more into that sport?
We make this disclaimer when the student athlete has requested me to look at their contract. It really is only through the lens of either anything in the contract that contradicts our university and our policy. If I cheer professionally in the NFL as an inactive sports cheerleader, no way.
We're not going to hold that against you.
Keep going.